sitting by the phone like over-anxious teenagers, waiting for it to ring and bring us closer to the partner of our dreams. Well, at Casper's telephone exchange, there's a good chance that it will. Situated in Mayfair, it's a mecca for those single Londoners who just can't pluck up the courage to approach strangers in a crowded bar and start talking about themselves. David Jakes is the manager.
We feel that every bar is a singles bar, and we deliberately go out and we market that part of the drinking establishment that wants to come out and have a good time, and they specifically come down here with a view to finding other people, getting on the phones, getting dialing and introducing themselves.
The concept is simple. Lots of tables, each equipped with a telephone and a prominent number. Just go for a stroll, see who catches your eye and dial them from the comfort of your own table. It's all part of the Casper's master plan.
The phone breaks down the barriers. People have the option of putting the receiver down if they don't like the way the conversation is going, if they think that the guy or the person that they're speaking to is not interesting enough. No one's offended because you're only a phone call away from somebody else that might well be someone that you do want to speak to.
There doesn't seem to be much telephonic fidelity though. Men and women alike spend a greater part of the evening phone hopping, when they're not table hopping or scanning the room for potential mates, that is.
A lot of cruising. We call it sharking. People go from table to table and they're intent on finding out what that person's talking about, a little bit about them with a view to going back to the table and then phoning them up.
Well, that's the theory, but what do the customers think?
Well, I come here once in a while. It's just a bit of fun, out with a few friends and colleagues. It's a giggle. It's a giggle. It's a good night out.
Do you come here often, as they say?
Who were, missus? You're not my type.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's a good laugh. You just speak to people you can't see their faces, so it's just a good laugh just talking to strangers, and who knows what comes out of that.
Well, I like looking at females.
But it's not all love, romance and Prince Charming, no. All that passion needs fuel, and what better fuel than food and drink? And it's the food that sets Casper's apart from many other so-called singles bars. A meal with drinks will cost you somewhere in the region of £15 a head, but of course you can still flirt over the fries and fajitas, and before you ask, yes, they do have garlic in the kitchen. According to David Jakes, it's the food and more especially the drinks that bring the barriers crashing down.
So they come in here and they're very coy, and it's like, well, does the phone system work?